Hey guys, back with another video for the Turtle Club YouTube channel. We're here with Brandon, who is in the top 8 currently at the PPG Tampa event. We'll play the top cut tomorrow. He's playing against Carl, sadly.
Yeah.
4-5 matchup, both topped, so someone will be top 4. But we are here. Brandon is playing GT, and I will let him take it away.
Yeah, so I got 5th in Swiss overall. I mean, I've been playing this deck for a while. For those who don't know what it does, as soon as it's placed in your leader area, you do start with a unison out. Basically when it swings, he chooses the unison, places a Sane under, draws 2. You awaken with 7 or more markers or 4 less life. You draw 2, which is nice just for extra hand advantage because you draw so much already. Swing, draw 1. You can play a unison from drop area. Once it's there, if they decide to kill it, which nowadays people aren't really doing it, but sometimes it came up. And then also you get the Spirit Boost 10 effect. That really never came up, but it's nice to just play it out. It's another free free 30k body that is pretty viable. So, but yeah, so 2 unisons we start out with, 1 just to start, and then another if they decide to, like if you end up screwing up your sequencing turn 1, or if they decide to kill it, or you get Supreme Kai'd or Vegetated or eaten somehow. So just seeing that extra 1 is just for extra safe measures. So but we'll start with these guys here. So we start with 4 of the Goku 1-drops. These search top 5 for a red Saiyan 4 or less, which is absolutely cracked in this deck, as well as a unison. And then limit 1, you choose your spaceship and put it underneath of it and adds a marker. So your turn 1, this is your all-time turn 1 play. Either that or this one right here, which is the Trunks. Rather than a search, he's just a draw 1. Same thing, put it under your unison, add a marker, so you can just garner more stuff. So yeah, so that's your guaranteed turn 1. Then we go into the regular GT boys. These are your pressure cards. And this deck puts out so many guys really early that it's hard to get around. This is a turn 2 15k crit. They're unawakened, they're just going to take it. Either that or lose a card in hand. So you pay 1. After you put it under, you pay 1. Comes out. It has an auto where you can choose your spaceship, put a Sane under, add a marker, then draw a card. So it's just extra consistency. Couple that with this one right here. Same auto effect. This one's a blocker instead of a crit, and just extra names. Always searchable. These 2 come out when you have 2 or more energy. But this one right here is pretty nice as well. This is kind of the one I want to go for, I guess second best other than the crit, just because it triggers Trunks effect, it triggers Poutine, it triggers, I played against Jiren, Alex Wilking, playing his fun Jiren deck, and it triggers the, can't remember the name. It's
Margarita?
Yeah, Margarita. I'm a Belmont and Margarita. So it hits that one, so that way they can't get the effect, so you don't lose a card basically from swinging. It's barrier. Once it's in rest mode, they actually can't swing at your unison. So if for some reason you screw up your sequencing turn 1, or you don't see a searcher or a draw with the Trunks or Goku, you can just play this if your opponent. So on the draw, if you're on the draw, you can play this, and that way they can't swing at your unison. So it just helps to leave it on board. Then we play 4 of these 4-drops here. This is actually one of the better ones that I enjoy because not only does it get rid of a 20k body, or pretty much anything like that. You can even minus secret rares. I was minusing secret rares, like a 40k to 20, and then minusing it again with the Trunks, the barrier 1 to 10, and then just swing over it and kill it. So it's really nice. Then also auto, when it swings, you place a red Saiyan from your drop area or your hand underneath your unison. You don't add a marker, but it's good to get any of those guys back underneath just to do more fun degenerate stuff. I do play 3 of these pan blockers. I feel like 4 is just a bit too much because I end up recycling them with the big 4-drop Goku. It's nice. I never really did the pay 2. Actually, I think I did the pay 2 once in a really slow deck. I think it was against the Jiren player. And you end up just searching and drawing with these little 1-drops, or you can play any of the 3-drops. It just has to be 15k or less, red Goku or Trunks. Super nice. It's just a nice body just to get out for free. Couple that with a card later on, it's pretty fun. I do play 2 of these. I wish I had room for 3. I'll probably have to do some more testing. Maybe I'll cut something and add a third. I think the third is nice to see, but 2 was fine too. I saw it when I needed to. Put it under, add a marker, or you just do unison effect. It's another saying to put under. And then paying 3 for this, and then wiping whole board by minusing by 30k and giving a triple attack is nuts. I was clearing unisons, clearing board with this, swinging on lead. You can couple that with a double strike for game, so it's pretty nuts. We'll do the patented 4 of this is a must on the Yamchas. It's nuts. I was back and forth on 4 or 3, but I think 4 is just the move. There's so many things they can hit. Obviously, you can't hit barrier deflect or like hard cast, but who cares? If they play, a lot of things are playing things with activate mains or counter skills and stuff. So it's really fine just to use them. And if I saw too many, like sometimes I was drawing 3 in hand, you just charge one. It's just a nice red charge. So it's not really that big of a deal.
Did you free play it just for 15k swing at all today?
Yeah, I really did. There was someone who I think he countered with something that had barrier, and I was like, oh, I was playing against Legends, playing Gamma. I did end up losing him in the end, but he played like his rebellious will, and I was like, well, I've got it in hand. I'm never going to hit anything with it, at least for now. So let me just play it out and get a 15k body that I'll be able to swing with on my turn. So it's really just nice for extra pressure. My last round I played against Android 16. And these were just nuts when he was arrivaling 15Ks. Like, he never had any A17s on board. I was literally just killing him constantly, and the Yamchas were doing that.
Just token negates too, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So, the most.
Right. So yeah, anything like that, if they're trying to survive, you can easily just play Yamcha. 4 of Raditz. I know the Krillin is kind of like the spicy tech with the Bulma. I played that for a bit there in the beginning. I just feel like these are nice because there's so many times where I'm stuck at like 6 or 5, but I've got like 3 or 4 super combos in hand. I literally did it today. Like, I had 4 super combos in hand, and I think the Vegeta Secret Rare. And I was just waiting, and you just defend and like block and do all your other cool stuff. And then when you get to, as soon as you take that 5th life, and you're down to 4,
it's so good.
It's really nice. Yeah, because then you basically start the game, and everything is live, and you know, you're like 1 life away from free KVIP too, so it was really nuts. It's also searchable, which is the dumbest thing, by the way, about this deck. It's searchable off the 1-drop Goku. So if you don't see anything you need, you can just grab a Raditz. So that's pretty nuts. Also searchable, also very good, performs really well. Vegeta Resolve Renewed. I hit, shout out Matt Coombs, hope you're watching. I hit his Trunks that he was playing with Trunks Cheetah, so he never got to free play the Vegeta or, you know, go into his turns. Hits Frieza Charismatic, which I think is stupid. Hits any of the, you know, hits Topo, hits Mecha Frieza, pretty much anything relevant, like any flood negates. So yeah,
Carl
super
said
nuts.
he would have preferred 3 in his U7. Do you feel the same way, or is 2 good?
I think 2 is fine. I do have a 3rd in my side here. So whenever I saw a matchup where I was like, I need to see more, like I need to counterplay these things and try to get some advantage, I would just side in the 3rd. I think 2 is fine. Your opponent never really knows what your ratios are, so 2 to 3, but I just leave it at 2 and just side in the 3rd when I need it. I was back and forth between siding in 2 extra to make it a 4 sometimes, but I think that's maybe just a little egregious. It's fine as is. I saw it when I needed to. I do main 2 Broly Crown. Wish I, you know, could main more. This card is absolutely stupid. There were times where some decks where I was like, man, this guy's gonna hold some energy, but then he never did. But then I catch them when they just decide to have 2 open for some reason, or like Gamma, hit Gamma's hand, A16. Red never really, they like to sit with like 1 to none open, but it's nuts when it comes out and when it's able to, so I'll definitely leave it at 2. It's also searchable, which is stupid, and if you need to, you can either charge it or set it underneath your unison to add another marker. We'll go over these little cheeky free plays. We play 1 Hit Wonder. It's nice. It's another free 15k. I think I did it 1 time this entire tournament, which was 6 rounds. I am back and forth. It's nice though, right? So like, why would you not want extra just free cards? Because everything is pretty cheap here, and the more free the better.
Did you ever use the other ability on it?
The only time I was ever thinking about it, it was unfortunately in my energy. So no, I never got to use the the pay 1 red and then minus something by 5. Also, whenever I was thinking about doing it, I was like, oh crap, it's only for battle cards. So that kind of stunk too, but it is what it is. It's nice. It's an extra free 15k swing. Can take care of your unison, so I'll probably end up leaving it in or just doing some more testing on it. This card is absolutely insane. I played the combo with Pan. So the thing about this is you put Pan underneath your unison, then you Spirit Boost 1 to play the Pan out. And this card says whenever you Spirit Boost a marker, you can play this from your hand for free. And it's unique critical. So it's a 15k crit on turn 2 because that's when you like to play your Pan because that's when she's live. So on turn 2, I'm doing this. It's a 15k crit. If I have another like small guy out or something like that, I'll just use him to combo, make it 20k, or just even 15ks are pretty tough, especially coupled with the other 3 drop crit Goku for GT. So absolutely nuts. 2, I think is too much because it is a 1 plus 10k combo. I think 1 is fine. When you see it, it's nuts. Someone also bounced back this to my hand when it was on board. So I just grabbed the Pan back with the 4 drop, second under, free played it again with the Spirit Boost. So it was pretty nuts. Obvious card is disgusting. I don't even know why it's even still around. I'm surprised I didn't ban it outright. It's a turn 2. I mean, literally you garner 3 markers so quick with this deck that this is just, it comes out. It's so much pressure, like if they're from 5 to 3 or even like 6 to 4 and then just pressuring with all these other small guys and your leader, it's too good. I don't even know why they did it. Or you bring a unison down to 2 markers and they can't do anything about it because they've already used their counterplay, and you just bring this out and kill a whole unison.
Did you ever do the God turn where you free played all 3 of those on one?
Not one hit wonder, but I definitely did with Vegeta. Like I remember I had such a huge turn that the King Piccolo player I played, I think it was like maybe round 3 or 4. He was like, wow, that was a crazy turn. I literally did all these free play guys, and I had like the 4-drop Goku, the 3-drop Trunks, the crit, this, and I think I did
Pan probably also.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. So just so many insane swings that you just couldn't do anything about it. This is my overroom. I'll probably end up taking some people's advice and maybe just end up switching it for something else. It is kind of a trap, right? Like if you get it out and it sticks, that's great. It's a 20k double strike. If you don't have any combo on it though, it's pretty easy for them to just combo out of it. So you really have to put some cards on top of it to make it worth it. And especially if you don't swing with it and they rest it somehow, or they pop it with like Frieza Charismatic, you just lose so much advantage. You lose your whole drop area. You don't get the swing. So I might switch it up with something that gives crits still, because I love the crit swing, and maybe just gives me something for it, or maybe just like the Solitary Guardian, the Trunks that draws you a card, and if they take that, who cares? I still replace itself, so that's fine. We play the Kai. I don't have a foil Champa, so I just play Kai. I'm not stupid enough to not call Double Strike. I did it every game. I called Double Strike when I needed to, so I think Kai's fine. 2 is cool if I were to do 2 Champas or something like that, but I don't know. The 1 is fine. That's the only thing I might add. It's just a second Champa, but we'll have to do more testing for that. The dumbest secret rare in the game, I believe.
The brainless card.
It's just, why would you ever not play this card over, like, what, you know what I mean? Like, why would you ever not play this card? I just don't get it. Like, somebody was saying that they played GT, but they played the Hypo Evolution card. I'm like, it's just not worth it. Like, this is so dumb. People can get so safe with all their cards and on board and just so much advantage, and you play this and you restart the entire game, basically. And then you crit them a life, and it also minuses their leader by 5. So, like, your leader, everything you had on board already, it just becomes lethal, and it's just insane. Then we go over our cheeky negate package. We have KVIP here, which is nuts. I prefer, I don't know, it's nice to pay 1 free. Getting down to 3 is rough in this deck, just because if you're getting down to 3, like it's going to be a huge turn for them. Sometimes I would just leave 1 open to do it. Obviously, minuses something by 10, ignoring barrier, and then every time they swing, they -5. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, but it's honestly nice to have with how much defense this deck has. We also do 2 Violent Rays. I did this against Gamma, and I don't really think I did it much against anything else, to be honest. I think I was more so just killing it outright, or just taking the swing, or super comboing, or doing something else. But it's nice. I had it inside, but I put it in the main. I would prefer something more free. Maybe even Wolfang Fist, I don't know. Like, this is obviously a pay one, and you got to pitch a card, so you lose a little bit of advantage. You do stop a turn if they're, unison based or huge battle cards and stuff, but I don't know, it performed when it needs to. It's just nice extra defense, which is fine. 2 after image. This is nice because I don't run any token negates or anything to take life. So like if I'm stuck at 5 and they're trying to hold me and I got like 4 super combos, I'll just image to take the last one. Or if they're trying to double strike me from 5 to 3 and like I'm not an idiot, so I'll just after image, take the last life, go to 4, and then every time they're trying to swing at me, I've got all my super combos in hand. And then absolutely the most bannable card I think in the deck is definitely Difference of Status, other than KVI or other than King Piccolo, guaranteed. But Difference of Status is dumb. I was going back and forth between 3 to 4, but I definitely think 4 is the move. Whenever I see this card against a Unison deck or anything that has like I think I did it against King Piccolo, and shout out to Bobby for helping me realize it. But Difference of Status, because he was on a KVIP, I diffed a marker off his Bardock Unison because I knew he was going to try to play King Piccolo, and I removed a whole marker by just taking off 1, I think it was, because it was already KVIP, or it's already KVIP'd, and then you just couldn't play King Piccolo. He ended up doing it still, but I think I won the game at that point. He didn't have enough to kill me. So yeah, I definitely think this card is insane. But yeah, that's the main. I don't know if I would change anything other than maybe taking out One Hit Wonder and some other free stuff.
And keep the Violent Rays in the main deck?
Probably.
It's so hard, right?
Yeah, if they come up with like another cracked free negate or something like that for red, I would do it. But
Yeah, red probably needs.
More free stuff.
Violent Rays. Yeah, come on.
So yeah, but this is my sideboard here. We just have your typical hidden ambitions. This is good. I never sided it in today, but it's good against Release from Evil, Dormant, D-Magic if they're taking life.
I thought about Release from Evil.
Yeah, so it's nothing against any of those stuff, but I just never really needed it. I don't know. It's
Didn't
kind
come
of
in
fun.
against green?
No, I think I didn't actually play a green deck today. I don't think it was just.
You didn't play against Butters?
No, it was just the Jiren, but that's not even green; it's yellow.
He
so
beat
yeah.
everybody else.
Right? Yeah. So I didn't really even have to bother with it, but it's just there in case I need it. It's nice for D-Magic and stuff too.
Yeah.
We have the tech Gigantic Meteor that I sided this in. Never use it though. I think I sided in against KP because I can take care of a lot of their 15Ks and stuff like that. And it's basically as if they add up to 30K, you can KO them. So you can take care of like weenies, even like U7. Shout out to Carl. I might play this against you tomorrow in the side. It wipes up to 30, so you can take care of boards if they're not paying attention to it. It's only on your turn, but that's fine rather than having to pay for like multiple of your GT guys. So who knows? We have the third Vegeta. I sided this in constantly. Like this card is really, really good. I don't know why they gave red a counterplay that hits 15Ks or less.
Me neither.
We do have the 2 Kaiokens. I sided this in against the Jiren deck to hit his Marquita, and then also I believe I sided in against Matt Coombs playing Trunks Cheetah. It's nice when you see it, but I don't know. It's just there for extra tech. I believe the third after image, so it's just nice. I never really sided it in because I had enough negates already, but it's nice if you just need to keep minusing things by 10. We have the Wolfang Fist free because of your Unison, so super dope. Hits these like barrier gamma cards like Rebellious Wills and stuff like that. So we have 2 testing, probably the worst card on my sideboard. I'm definitely taking them out. I don't ever really want to play this card or side it in. So many things can hit it. They rest it coming in. They minus it with a red. Blue can, suck themselves with it or something. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. So I just definitely going to take them out. It's pretty obvious. Then we have the guaranteed Koitsekais. Being able to, like, when you have such a shit hand, just being able to pay 1, remove from game, and then just fix it by drawing 2. Like, so many times I had, like, all negates in my hand, but I had a Koiten drop. So I just pay 1, put the negates back that I didn't need, draw 2, and end up drawing my Saiyans to put them under my Unison and stuff like that. So this card is absolutely cracked. I wish I mained them, but I'm not, like, bursting them a ton. Coming off seems kind of like neg sometimes, but I guess if you have to do it for like maybe like I did it on a 15K crit like the Vegeta. I made it a 20K crit, made him take it, and I just had Coit in the drop, so it was pretty nice. And then no one played A17 against me, but I had the Jurin there because I'm scared of that card. So yeah, so I played this just in case. Never really needed it, but it was there.
And quick matchups?
Ooh, I played Gamma round 1. He was a bit newer, but I mean, still, it was fine. Then he was pretty hungry. Round 2, I played Matt Coombs, so shout out Matt. Spoke to him a lot. He was playing Trunks Jita. Round 3, I think I played Legends, which was Gamma. Round 4, dang, I don't remember. All I remember
King
was
Piccolo?
Yeah, it was KP. Round 5, it was Alex playing his Jiren deck, and then round 6 it was Ace 16. And I only lost to Carrick and Alex because they're obviously really good players. Managed to squeak my way into 5th in Swiss. Get to play Carl tomorrow, so that'll be fun. But yeah.
Shout out to me losing to Giant Meteor tomorrow.
Yeah.
Gigantic
Yeah.
Meteor.
Shout out to Carl.
Shout out to everybody in the Turtle Club. Shout out to
Everybody did
Suzanne
well
with
today.
Airbnb for letting us kind of catch this cool place, and yeah. Looking forward to doing well tomorrow. Then we have Team Wars as well, so that'll be fun. Our brain's gonna be fried.
Hopefully. Not. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you.